Inside her home, 14-year-old Aliana DeFries was bundling up for an early tutoring session at school. Her mother, Denisha Cooper, helped her layer her clothes against the biting cold. Together, they walked down to the public bus stop at East 154th Street and Kinsman Avenue. The regional transit bus pulled up to the curb. Aliana turned, gave her mother a final kiss goodbye, and stepped inside. The heavy pneumatic doors hissed shut. Denisha stood on the frozen pavement, watching the bus merge into the dim morning traffic. She was certain she'd see her daughter later that afternoon, right at 3:00 p.m., just like always. She had no way of knowing it was the last time she would ever see Aliana alive. Afternoon arrived. Inside the family home, the clock ticked past 3:00 p.m., then 3:15, then 3:30. Aliana wasn't a kid who wandered off. She didn't skip classes or hang out at local malls. In a disciplined household where routines were strictly followed, every passing minute felt like a lead weight dropping onto Denisha's chest. She dialed Aliana's phone. It didn't ring. It went straight to voicemail. Panic set in. Denisha called Aliana's stepmother, Wyan, and her father, Damon DeFries, asking if anyone had picked her up early. The answer across the board was a terrifying no. Desperate, Denisha called E-Prep Charter School, where Aliana was a 7th grader. The administrator pulled up the daily attendance records, and the words spoken over the phone tore Denisha's world apart. Aliana had never arrived at school. She had been marked absent during morning homeroom. Let the gravity of that timeline sink in. Nearly 9 full hours had passed since Denisha watched her daughter step onto that bus. For 9 critical hours, a vulnerable child was missing in a freezing urban landscape, and absolutely no one had sounded the alarm. This delay wasn't supposed to happen. Months earlier, Denisha signed up for E-Prep's automated attendance notification system. The software was built to send an immediate text or call the moment a child was flagged absent. But that morning, the system failed completely. The school would later blame it on a technical server glitch. Because of those missing 9 hours, Aliana was left entirely isolated in a moment of extreme peril, while her family sat at home, completely unaware that a race against time had already begun. To understand why Aliana was so uniquely vulnerable on those streets, you have to understand who she was. Diagnosed early in childhood with severe developmental delays, Aliana navigated the world with a rare, childlike innocence. While other 14-year-olds were obsessed with social media and independence, Aliana was content playing with stuffed animals, building games with her dolls, and singing along to Frozen.